Segment will deal with local news. Perhaps the most awkward moment ever in local news, which is saying a lot because there have been many, where anchors are sitting around trying to make small talk or whatever. But by the end of this segment, you'll hear one for the books for sure when a man says something, one of the anchors says something slightly inappropriate. I mean, here's one that I'm reminded of where these are anchors sitting around chatting. This was about breast milk 2 years ago.
Should milk that's not from a cow be called milk? What do you think?
Yeah, sure. Mother's milk is not from a cow, and we call it milk. Dr. Summer Creek.
They were talking about things like the soy milk,
right?
The rice milk.
Why not? Yeah. What else are we going to call it? Soy juice? You can't do that.
Soy jism.
Rosette.
That's an option too.
It's always someone inappropriate word. That was bad. Awkward pause. That was very, very
I don't
bad.
think she knew what she was saying.
I don't either.
She said juice, she said jism.
Jism.
He's the one that's nasty.
Rosanna. I know. So you've got that, and it does happen from time to time.
My favorite, at least until this morning, was skin flu.
I know, skin flu was great.
That was a good one.
There was one, where one anchor asked the other, he says, I've seen you play the skin flute. Now there's that. This in particular was really, really, one that's an all-time classic, a reporter out in a hot day in Georgia.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death?
The food is there. I'm dying in this country ass up town. Flying in my mouth. There's I can't see powder. Let's get the out of this country, mama.
That didn't air. That was just an outside.
Guys in the truck, but 5 stars.
Absolutely. This did air. This was one of Chris Tim's all-time
A
favorites.
contest for air guitarist. That's going to be coming up. And I'm telling you, folks, this is one you have to see to believe.
I think Kenny Crumpton, he can play the air guitar,
I've
can't
seen him play the skin flute, but I don't know about the
Man, I don't even have any words for you right now.
What? Awkward word, awkward pause. Rosanna.
I've seen you play the skin flute.
What are you talking about? This is one, this happened this past weekend in Washington, D.C. The meteorologist, Tucker Barnes.
This isn't the best.
This is not the best. This is a little prelude to it. He predicted incorrectly a big snow for Wednesday in the Washington, D.C. area. It did not happen. So the main anchor said, well, you have to sit in timeout because you didn't predict the weather correctly.
I don't know why you guys don't do this to me. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, how long do I have to sit over here?
You've been bad. You just stay there in your timeout corner. We don't want to hear any
like
more.
this all day for me?
Yeah, Tucker's in timeout right now if you're wondering what's going on because of his forecast from yesterday.
You guys forget how many people got big snows. I just don't get this.
You just stay over there and do your little weather now.
You gonna let me out of here at any time today?
No, I think you should stay there. I like you in this position.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Ooh, I like you in this position. I bet you do.
Because honestly, that's a funny idea.
Mm-hmm.
The weather guy screws up, put him in time. That's hilarious.
That really is a good idea. I like that too. But this is the story in question. Now, it happened in Ada, Oklahoma. This is the actual story. On Monday, 3:45 in the morning, a woman named Christy Dawn Harris was in a parked car. Police saw her. Drug dogs picked up the scent of drugs, and cops found meth and other drug paraphernalia in the search. Now, sadly, I'm sure that happens every day. We talk about it from time to time. Cops took her to the jail. Christy, during the entire time, said, I've got to go to the bathroom. They said, you got to wait till after your strip search. During the search, a female police officer found meth lodged between her buttocks and a loaded gun in her vagina.
No.
A loaded
No
gun.
way.
Okay, so now you have, there's the whole story. There's the background. That's a good question. A loaded .22 caliber revolver that had 3 rounds in the chamber. Christine is facing felony weapons and drug charges. Now that's the big one. I mean, that's wow. That's
what a
something.
story.
That's a huge story. It was reported then on the local news.
This is WG in Chicago.
In Chicago, that's right. So they,
The superstation.
This is one of them. So this is on your cable networks, all of that. So it's out in the whole country. They're reporting this story Here's the exchange.
Police in Oklahoma say they made a bizarre discovery when searching a woman in their custody. Police found the woman lingering in a parking lot overnight Monday. A drug-sniffing dog let officers know she needed to be searched. A female officer noticed the handle of a revolver sticking out from inside the woman.
It was a 5-shot revolver. It was loaded. And as she turned her around, she saw more plastic baggies, larger plastic baggies, wedged in the crack of her buttocks.
That's the sheriff in Oklahoma. Sheriff.
Crack of her buttock. Oh, gets better.
He did. Now that's big right there. Then they go back to the anchors and the weather guy and the sports guy to finish up the story.
What?
Authorities say the woman has a long criminal record. She now faces drug possession charges and charges for trying to smuggle a gun into jail.
Listen to that guy.
Well, the female anchor's like, I can't believe
Okay.
just the geography, the whole thing. The men are Chuck.
Doesn't have the old caboose pistol, everybody has.
What are you getting all worked up for? Dave, don't knock it till you tried it.
Did you say caboose?
I know some women who could hide a machine gun in there.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting off track.
What?
Bam.
I'd say that train has derailed. We're not just getting off track anymore.
I know some women that could hide a machine gun in there.
It looks like a pretty good weekend, eh, Bobby?
He said that on air? What does it say about him?
I don't
You lay down with it.
Some women that could hide a machine gun. Pat? What's your forecast?
How about that St. Patrick's Day parade? Is that coming up soon?
The Cubs are in spring training.
This is the year they really turn it around. Won't you think?
I don't want to go into detail, but my head.
I mean, you can't just drop back, can you?
No.
You can do that.
Damn.
Wow. We thought of Ron Burgundy from Anchorman. You know, there's that scene
The
where
teleprompter issue.
you changed the teleprompter and he just read it as is. Had no idea.
For the entire Channel 4 News team, I'm Veronica Corningstone.
And I'm Ron Burgundy. Go yourself, San Diego. Nice work, everyone. Really good. Everyone on the floor as well. Really a lot of hustle. I liked it.
Top notch. Shot broadcast. I've known you with machine guns.
His voice is perfect.
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
They could, if they're, I know they're writing Anchorman and shooting Anchorman 2 now. That is going to be funnier than anything they can do.
He should make a cameo.
Get him in there.
I think that's Lester Holt from NBC. I think that's his son, I believe.
Is that the machine gun comment?
I think so. I can't be sure of that.
On him.
He went to Lester one weekend. You know, I watch NBC Today on the weekends.
Weekend Today?
I'm watching Weekend Today. And one time, I think it was for Father's Day last year, Lester went and co-anchored a show with him. And I know he works for WGN.
Okay.
And I think that was him. He had a similar voice to Lester Holt. If you've seen him, he's all over NBC, of course. But that machine gun thing now, I don't know that I've ever heard anything like that on the news. You can't just drop that, say that.
The old caboose pistol, everybody.
What are you getting all worked up for? Dave, don't knock it till you tried it.
Did you say caboose?
I know some women who could hide a machine gun in there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're getting off track.
I'd say you are.
Sport guy, you're not helping.
Yeah, don't knock it till you tried it, guy. You didn't help out much either, did you?